They are potentially the best in the world at, I think, currently, for teams at the event.
Yeah.
They look so damn good, and for Sentinels, as much as there's not been a lot of tape on them with this comp, it is not a good map right now for them. They have to come out with some miracles, and it has to start here with the pistol round.
They've gone for that double sheriff approach.
And a double fight out through, straight from Tiles. Does not work out in their favor. Player disadvantage now.
Munchkin figuring out.
Was that a grab net? Slow down the approach here. There's a flash overhead as well, but now looking to try and anchor back in a way. Sassy supplementing it. Couple of shots now fired off and Rasseled in through the smoke. No punish just yet. Still dropping down low, but it all lays down now into the lap of John QT. What can he do? A lot of players now here in the drop down, skipping a hot right through, and it does set up the bait and switch. Caron happy to oblige, straight in there. Now the plant coming online.
Zelsis coming around behind as well. Are they going to think about B main when they just exec from this?
Frostfire, it should be nice. Not quite. Munchkin was the only one to actually collect any sort of B main presence. Now walking his way through, baiting, Texture, dropping back and away, Texture and Caron. These guys have been difference makers. And once more, they've got to stand to the test here. The dart is avoided and dodged to the back, and the shots just not connecting for Sassy. Only 4 HP and a dream it will just remain to be. It's a pistol round for Gen G.
3 in the series. I think it would be wrong to say that Haven came down to the pistol rounds. I think Gen G were the better team there. But an entire series where you don't win pistols is almost impossible to win. SEN need to be working on these. They didn't get a good beginning to it, and Gen G managed to close it out there towards the end as well. Just hitting good shots, double body shots all over the place with those sheriffs. Gen G as well, where one player just steps up and takes over the round.
Yeah.
Karen's got 8 kills already. What on earth are we watching? And that means they've got 3 rifles for the bonus too. I mean, take a look at these shots. Gravnet comes out.
Listen, dude, I mean, come on. I know it's against an eco, but still, as a Gravnet, he's locked down in place.
Yeah.
He's ice cold.
Sentinels, Odin comes online for Sassy. He can try to reinforce the beat
Through.
I say that.
Sassy. Bit of spam damage. Just through the choke point. Gen G's still going to get easy access, though, to that B site. So, Plant will be online and inside for them. Second, biding his time, hoping that somebody will just open themselves up. But as the doors drop down, Texture. You got to be joking.
You're not allowed to do that.
There's no way. Running and gunning inside the Cloudburst. Taking names. 4v4. Too much to clear, surely. Meteor crouched up. This is unorthodox in terms of the angle, and of course it is. Rips them all away.
Dismantling all of the trap setups here. Taking out the cam early, making sure that... Dismantling all of the trap setups here. Taking out the cam early, making sure that Sassy doesn't have that wallbang spot. He goes over, gets a kill in the other side, and then Gen G are pulling kills out of really unexpected spots. The one from Texture, I'm sorry, that one's illegal. That one is illegal. But Meteor's play as well, it's so nice. They've got Karen ready to back him up if indeed he needed it.
Yeah.
Texture is also...
Inside again over towards A.
30 seconds left.
Yeah, what incredible range of emotions that they will have experienced in their last 2 international events. Madrid, a crowd that was neutral towards them. Shanghai, a crowd that disdained them, I think. And then here, where they're the hometown heroes.
The idols, man, on the big stage.
I was walking in today, and as they rolled up, some fans, it's like the back of the building where people don't really...
Pacific, that was Gen G who did it. Despite the expectations, I think most of us were probably looking towards a team like PaperX, maybe even DRX at points to be that team. But they've had a crazy story from the beginning of this year where the expectations were honestly at their lowest here, and a lot's going to be asked for. Again of 10 to smoke down. What is that? Adjustment and expectation for Texture, but he's already in through the site, and the main players happy to fire through and follow up on all of it. So despite the heroics, it might not even be enough. Faced up and out, but just missing a shot.
Are they even going to get out?
I don't know. Detainment
All
on the
3?
Yeah, all 3.
All 3
Time to hunt.
detained?
It's time to chase. They know it. They can feel it. Texture. Time waits out. Oh my. Barely skirting away. It's going to be a comedic finish at around here, potentially. A punishment in sight. There's still time here for Sentinels to make a play towards this one, but second retaken, but the operator again adds another level of difficulty. It's all about how they manage this one as well. That late backstab that might be occurring from Meteor. Is it going to be caught? Celsius sticking out onto the fuse, half already. He's brought that win con, covering for it over the shoulder. Celsius dropping him.
There is no way
That's ridiculous.
the Sentinels have just won a round where all three of the retakers got detained. There is no way that I just watched that. There's no chance. I must have got something wrong. Surely that was John Cutie's ultimate. What? The brain is baffled and befuddled.
It all started with TenZ, this guy here. I said he's going to have to do a lot there in that spot, and he did. He delivered. He got the 2 that was needed. And as soon as the detainment wasn't followed up on, offered up an easy kill onto Texture.
I mean, it's not like Texture really could have followed up on it, I don't think.
No, it was so far away.
All right, so that's a bizarre round for Sentinels to get on the board. I've been shattered.
Always a way. Start gassing up a team in terms of the storylines about them lifting trophies, and then watch the fumble in place. Operator held, but not the back. Still a few shots fired off as well. That drone has to be broken. Celsius locks it down, holds the line, and now evacuates back and away. The just bumper bullet straight through the wall, and spam from Leoden will supplement all. That is it. Sentinels, complete control of this B site. Spike dropped down, and with the trip, alerting them exactly
right where Meteor's back was.
Yeah, so Lackey shock darts that he's fired off, offloaded into mid. Not going to be getting too much value. TenZ has to use the TPs, barely out of dodge. Annihilation, there's a connection. Molly down and
that's
through.
The spike.
Texture has to drop them. He's through and out. They're going to try and flood themselves in. Gen.G happy to fight them straight back at you. Second, Bladestorm now increasing that tempo and even offered up a rifle. Charon now with the plant. 2v3. Dart fired off. No reveals in sight, but jumps round and through and away with a right click. Second, he's on his way to an ace. But Lackey in his back pocket, at least with that Hunter's Fury, he's got that backup plan and policy. Charon still going to be netted. It's a difficult player to try and clear. And Sentinels now making a call to double up. They don't have a dart. It's 20 seconds until that arrives, and it's going to be too late if they try and wait this one out and through. Time already ticking. Smoke is just mind games from Charon, making them spam away, and they got to stick this one here, and they still haven't found it. Win cons are just dashed away to the win. Time? And there is no time. Ticking at this point. Sassy knows it. Gen.G with their 5th.
We are seeing some ridiculous situations out here to collect.
They are pinging that spot already, Gen.G, heading into this round.
I think that's because Karen is about to ult over there, though.
Okay, all right. Show me something, Gen.G. Show me what you've been cooking. Well, might be that potential for it to spot out these players. Early paranoia lets him take that control out towards A. TenZ in through Y, and he's in danger though. Has to dodge and around way. Can't survive it. Karen out the back. John QT. That's a bullet to the brain. With him dropped off now, there's possibilities and options are now opening themselves here for Sentinels. The barrier mesh not to be broken. Doesn't even stop the bullets as well. Still with those sight lines just being set by these Sentinels.
Great adaptation from SEN. Surely Gen.G can't recover it.
There's no way.
I mean, John is stuck here.
They know where he is. There's a Nano swarm to try and clear him out of that corner.
If it hadn't missed, John would be a dead man. And
he has called for the reinforcements. 2 players ready to at least swing off of his contact. Dart is broken here and through. John finally delivering the reset from Meteor. Not enough to see he can at least find a way to pave his way to that victory in the round. So Sentinels are still alive. But now it feels like almost every single round is just on the precipice. It's almost incredibly labored, but they are managing to string them together.
Yeah, and I think good, you gotta credit the tactical timeout there. They get TenZ into Wine. Could he have been cleared? Absolutely. Should Texture have maybe waited a second for the fragment grenade to come through? Yeah, also. Yeah. But TenZ does get the value from his positioning there. And on top of that, there are multiple layers of backup. John is fighting it. Zeken's got the op there too. And now positions like Dice and Hell. At that point, SEN have found their opportunity. Crucial kill. And Gen.G gonna take their first tactical timeout of the match.
Wow.
Their first
stalwart defense that they've really cooked up here now that they've at least taken control of the site. Look at that. As soon as they hear the footsteps and the util, it's a dart and spam out from below, and already the players have repositioned. Spike is ticking away, and Sentinels realize it. Has to be that save, have to back away.
One enemy remaining.
How many rounds do Sentinels need, even if they were able to get pistol their first of the match and be able to carry some momentum forwards on their attack half? I think...
Our mid here, Sassy with the drone. Good timing on it, but the question is, do they hear that most of Gen G are already up in through Cat? Straight through the smoke. Disrespect is being shown by them. Sentinels do have stay main control. Shot missing. John now with the barrier mesh. Looking to lock them out of this spot here, but it will be spammed down. There's a nade in sight, but no smoke for the cross. Only propped down a little bit too late there, so Zekken happy to pick them apart. 10's ADS up. Can't quite manage it. I mean, it's Caron.
And the stun does nothing in A main.
Push them back and away. Gen G slowing it down, getting quirky with these timings. There's a stun. They can hear the sensors. Texture removes one of them. So much uncertainty, rapid into their heads. They spot the player. Texture shoulder just peeking out, and yet still squares up to it. The challenge is met. And now drop down onto the site. Options thoroughly opened. Gen G having to take their timing with it. You can look at the peak timing, but still missing down onto the site. Options thoroughly opened. Gen G having to take their timing with it. You can look at the peak timing, but still missing with the shot as well. He can't quite do it. Has to pull out the shorty. Zekken, not a chance. Doesn't stand it. And leaves it to just two. Munchkin is low. Could be an opening. Lakia will fall.
This
Stinger
is
movement in play.
So doable for Sentinels. The health advantage is massive.
Now picking up the upgrade too with a rifle. Cam should be clearing at least a portion of it, but you don't know there's blind spots. Spamming away into hell. Just in case that reposition is there. That round towards the back, they spot the main player out, they're all falling low, and again it has to be Munchkin as that playmaker finds the one. Peak in timing off of it, only 5 bullets left, but a tap from Sassy as well. It's all so unlikely for him, and he needs to hit the second. Time ticking, forced to stick it, and time not enough on Sen's side.
It's an 8-4 half, where Gen G on the attack side look absolutely...
On the pistol.
They love running set plays on the defense side, Gen G. They will constantly try to push the tempo up. Happy to play retake.
Yeah.
Against this comp, though, I don't think they should be too happy to play retake. You're going to be running into, gravnet, trips, stuns.
For now, though, the util is going to be lacking ever so slightly onto the pistol. Zelsis forced to lock down. Watch this flank angle. Just gets barely the 2 shots off. Not enough to drop Caron. So the trade is there, but Zekken taking a cheeky peek. Up through heaven, clears that one out, and now has to be on. Yeah.
Beautiful dart as well from Sassy. They immediately dominated those smokes that Caron threw out there, which I think is the correct play. The dart forced somebody in. Sassy deals with them. He's having a good game today, Sassy. They're going to need more than this, though. We've seen teams utilizing this Cypher Deadlock composition. You kind of piece by piece take the map. Take a main, throw down a sonic sensor, take a little bit of extra space, put your trip into position or something.
That's a fight to be taken here. Nade to defeat, though. Has to push them back and away, at least with the rifle spam. Able to take down another of these Gen G players, but he might have just done enough damage. Still, weapons are going to be exchanged, making sure that there's no waste.
And any Gen G pushes on other parts of the map should be able to be identified. You're always going to be running into a trip or a cam or somebody watching the flank.
Okay,
what is that timing?
Pure instinct from Caron, and he's TP'd in and away. There's a slight gap.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no, he's caught.
You're stuck.
It's still Sentinels choose not to commit. I think they've seen enough bodies there. Signs of life from Gen G. Did they call this pause? They do have 45 seconds. You can't let anything else slip, though, if you are Sentinels. It's a 3v3 in a crossfire setup. Baiting the shots. Caron's there. Meteor alongside it. Do not lose this one, Sentinels. Your best chance in a bloody long time, and you got to clean it up. Lakia left alone. 20 seconds. Still, they don't know where this guy is, but the door's going to be closing. Cost of losing 3 of their players, 3 of their guns is not going to be a healthy bonus.
I mean, you saw it on the faces there of Zelsis and Sassy. They're both wiping their brow, literally. I know it's hot in here. Golden Boy talked about it before. It is warm in Korea right now. But that one's more of a sign of relief than a sign of the heat. SEN closed the gap to 2, but the bonus is not going to look pretty. They only kept the Phantom, Guardian. They got a Stinger to work with here. It's not much.
Sentinels trying to make this one feel like it could potentially be that B split.
Yeah, that's a weird one, because they faked a B split as they were droning A.
Right, so Gen.G are kind of aware of this one. Munchkin, it's an off angle, and he's got to deliver. Will do with the first. Cage in his face, preemptive spam will lay claim to a multitude of kills. And it leaves it just down to 10s, up and over, not enough. Can't overcome it.
That Champions Trophy blinks into and out of existence, floating, tinting, taunting the players. Rifles back online, though, for SEN. An opportunity for them to showcase what they've been working on. We haven't seen them play too much of this map.
No.
But we've seen the Cypher Deadlock. We know that it's got at least some good fundamentals to work on. Gonna need to see Zellsis trading out stuff like this, though.
Yeah, there's going to be an early fight occurring into this next round. Tiles beat out by Texture. In a way, 38 seconds.
They got that deep wall down mid, but they didn't break the alarm bot.
What is the call?
They've got to go into a B split.
There's plenty of players ready to meet them. Gen.G tucked up to crossfire setup. Logs to the corner. Lakia has to do a lot here. It's running and gunning to trade it out, but they weren't expecting, and again Meteor delivers. It's a death blow. And it might just be a round-winning moment. Indeed it is. A three-piece to finish it. 10 now to just take this map away.
Yeah, that's going to knock the economy for Sentinels. Could be the death blow. I love that smoke. Everybody's throwing that same smoke now. Learn it for your ranked games as well. The one-way cross-map helps out your players to defend against the B-split. Perfect from Karen, and it sets up this crossfire so beautifully. And Lackey is tucked into a corner. The Sentinels players, as they come out, they're checking stairs, wondering if someone's peeking from there. Because Meteor, he loves to play that spot. Yeah. Then they check switch, because you never know, Texture could be playing in that kind of position. There's just so many ways that Gen.G could be threatening you on defense. It's difficult to account for them all.
Sentinels. Be rare to see a return on those investments. Caron still locks it up here. That spam being offloaded. Texture does manage to at least get two, but it's even out and it has handed guns over.
Yeah, that's a major win for Sentinels.
Munchkin, there's a drone in his face. It's not being watched for into the smoke. The awareness is off the charts. He doesn't go for the easy kill, but now he knows the 10s is lurking. Not long for the world. But again, another high game IQ moment from Munchkin there. At least for now, Sentinels.
Great call from John. As soon as you hear that ult being used, I think it's very likely they're sticking the teleport into back B. He decides to send things on an A split, anticipating that A is weaker. And Munchkin's already realized what's happening and sent a couple players over there, but SEN grouped up, decisive, love to see it. And Sassy continues to have one of the best games that I've seen from him in a long time.
Oh yeah.
He was top of the scoreboard for a hot minute there on Haven, and now he's back up, at least on the Sentinel side, with 13 kills. Having a great day.
Doesn't get much easier though. This time Texture going walkabout up through mid. Angle's being held for him. He's hoping that somebody will just wade right into it. Dash is fading. This is hyper committed.
This is the kind of thing that Zekken just couldn't do.
And Zekken's holding to pixel angle. Oh, but no! Just missed it. The crossover Texture takes it away. Caron, heavy committed now into bottom mid. He needs to be defended, and easier though. This time Texture going walkabout up through mid. Angle's being held for him. He's hoping that somebody will just wade right into it. Dash is fading. This is hyper committed.
This is the kind of thing that Zekken just couldn't do.
And Zekken's holding to pixel angle. Oh, but no! Just missed it. The crossover Texture takes it away. Caron, heavy committed now into bottom mid. He needs to be defended, and he needs some help to get out of here. That's what the drone is for. Up and over. Right here. Clears the path.
When Lakia and Karen are willing to be that aggressive, it allows Texture to do this.
This is not potentially getting cleared off. Angle traded. But again, reinforcements are there. Out through the back of the side. That's 10s committing! Caron! He dominates the smoke. He will not be stopped. And a paranoia puts 10s in his place.
The recon in that position is supposed to stop Karen from doing that. Already in. He can't get away with it. opened up nicely with Gen G's aggression, which, like I said, their comp benefits them. Not something that Sentinels could ever really do, support Zekken in that kind of way on their defense half. But monster performance from Karen, up to 20 kills.
The cams are broken. It's one more round that's needed here for Gen G for their opening match of champs. They've not slowed down a beat. Up and over. Blazestorm in the hands. Texture is releasing. Just absolutely unbelievable form.
I can't use that.
Sentinels left to stew and simmer.
Knives back out though for Zekken.
Munchkin will fade away. Now Zauber back to the wall. Texture reveals his position. 3 left available to work with. Blinded up Meteor. He spots it, betrayed by the barrel. A 2-0 finish. Gen G looking large and in charge, not slowing down from prior performances. For Sentinels, you know, they are fan favorites even here in Korea, but it's even bigger fan favorites right in front of them here. Gen G with that 2-0 win. Looking nasty, man.
I am disappointed that we didn't get to see Abyss from either of these two teams. First time Gen G have ever floated a brand new map. They've been permabanning it all the other times. Felt like a trap. Sentinels were happy to opt into it.